Welcome back. The time is now 7:10, and typically you see me over at the green screen, but we're in hurricane preparedness week, and we're just under a month away from the start of hurricane season. While we are not directly impacted by hurricanes in North Mississippi, many folks have friends and family along the coast, or you like to travel to the beach frequently. This morning we're speaking with John Cangelosi with the National Hurricane Center to talk about how this year's season is expected to shape up. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Well, from the National Hurricane Center, what are the predictions from 2023 hurricane season?
So NOAA, our parent agency, is releasing their prediction for the season later this month. And even though the formal prediction isn't out, I can tell you that there's several factors that are being evaluated, including what we call a developing El Nino that could suppress hurricane activity. But on the other hand, there's also slightly warmer waters that could fuel more storms. But one of the things we want to message is really, regardless of the overall numbers, we want residents to prepare really the same way as always, because it really only takes one hurricane to make it a terrible year for you. And keep in mind, last year in 2022, the numbers were average. Everything was average last year, but it was a devastating season for some U.S. residents, especially in southwestern Florida due to Hurricane Ian.
All right, and we're just under a month away from the start of hurricane season. What does the National Hurricane Center do to prepare for the start of a new season?
Yeah, great question. At the National Hurricane Center, we do a series of things. For more of the public facing, we have an outreach program that really reaches its peak this time of year, where we're trying to educate our core partners in emergency management, the media like yourselves, and also the general public to get ready for the upcoming season. But in addition, we work really hard internally to prepare ourselves for the upcoming season by analyzing new data and evaluating new models, and even advancing our computer platforms and software systems to improve our forecast accuracy, which the main point is to ultimately save lives and protect property.
And since it is Hurricane Preparedness Week, what do people need to do? How can they prepare themselves and their homes for hurricanes?
That's what this week is all about. So the first thing we want you to do is know your risk. Now, I know we're not along the coast here in the listening area, but for those that do live along the coast, we first ask you to find out if you live in an evacuation zone. And given that you're in northern Mississippi, that's probably not the case, but what you can do is evaluate your home and its weaknesses to flooding, its weaknesses to wind damage, how much trees do you have around your house. You also want to make sure that you have adequate insurance and know where you should go if you're going to be in a danger zone. Second, we want you to better understand forecast information and hurricane hazards. It's really not about the winds. We have realized that water has been the biggest issue over the years. Next, please make sure you have all of your supplies that you need. Plenty of water, food that doesn't need to be refrigerated, flashlights, batteries. Be prepared to be without running water and food for possibly days, a lot like what you would do if you were going on a camping trip. And lastly, and honestly, probably most importantly for your listening area, if you have a generator, please know how to use it before hurricanes come. Unfortunately, in the last 5 or 6 years, we have lost more people due to improper generator use from carbon monoxide poisoning than we have during the storm, which is just remarkable. So if you have a generator, they're great for your home, but make sure you use it properly.
Yeah, definitely. And is there anything else that you would like to add before we go?
Sure. Last thing I'll say is, lots of times I speak about hurricanes and I feel people, get worried or it sounds scary. And I know they sound scary, but hurricanes, we have the luxury of planning for them. So please know what to do before the storm, during, and after the hurricane goes by so you can keep your home, yourself, and your loved ones safe. Really, when it comes to hurricane preparedness, it's just about having a plan and then putting it in play when that event unfolds.
Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a good rest of your day.